which has happened mainly coming from.
Good. Ranjan, thank you very much for being here today. It's a pleasure
Thank
being
you,
with you.
Gustavo. Thank you.
Let's start from beginning.
Sure.
People watch our interview from different parts of the world,
Right.
and if we want to talk about unified workplace, what do you guys do?
Well, thank you, Gustavo, first of all, for inviting me, and it's a pleasure meeting you as well. To describe unified workplace, we started in 2019, and with a vision to cater a segment where the client needs one-stop solution for all their workplace infrastructure and innovation needs. And on top of that, we help them to have the asset funding so that they don't have to put the capex and they can reroute the capex for their core business.
Mhm. Fantastic. And you mentioned that you started back in 2019, just before COVID.
Yes.
How was that? Because in the beginning, everybody was working from home and was a mess in the world. And you guys probably look at, was that a mistake or not? And I can see you guys are doing very well nowadays. And
Thank you.
how did you overcame this challenge?
So yes, you're absolutely right. When we started, we have an excellent start. We have few relationship who could give us early opportunities. We started in 2019 September,
Wow.
September 10, if I would say. And within 4 months, we have this COVID. Uh, we were no exception. The entire world,
Of course.
entire industry is impacted by it, and so do we. But as I said, that we have certain existing relationship which kept us going for next 6 to 8 months,
Hmm.
and 2021 onwards, there was no looking back. Uh, the market has bounced back. There was huge opportunity. There was huge hiring in 2020-21, the IT-enabled sectors, which
That's a big,
has
yeah,
definitely helped us to grow, I would rather say, exponentially.
very interesting. And when we look at the office market nowadays, of course, we see a movement coming from the US and Europe where people are where employees have to come back to the office. Not as much as probably before COVID, but nowadays the working from home is not always being acceptable when it comes to some large employees, and we have been seeing this in many news. But in India, this has never been the case. When you look at the numbers of vacancy rates, rentals, they're quite different. Can you explain which numbers you have and how busy is the office market now in India?
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. Post-COVID, the initial challenge was to, ask the employees to come back to office. Still, many companies are working on the hybrid model. It will continue for a while,
Yes.
I'm sure. But yes, there are majority of the clients who has uh, asked the employees to come back at least 50% in a week. And that has definitely impacted the expansion of the real estate market. Now, if you talk about numbers, last year was a fantastic year, or the year that we have closed, which has surpassed almost 70 million square feet of office space.
Mm.
This has surpassed the number pre-COVID era when talking about 2019, where we had almost absorption of 65 million square feet.
Hmm.
Now, this shows the appetite of the industry. One of the fact remains, as you said, that hybrid is something is not you can say a ideal option for any of the companies.
Hmm.
But yes, with COVID, people have adapted the new norms, the new kind of a environment, and that's how the hybrid had started initially. But the people are coming back, and it has increasing the occupancy, the increasing the absorption of the real estate spaces.
There's a myth that people think sometimes that flexible workspace is for small, medium corporations. And yet, when I spoke to you a few minutes ago, you said actually my clients, they are large corporations, most of them. You work with large organizations. Have you seen this trend of more and more large corporations coming to you to flexible workspace to set up their offices?
Yeah.
And why you see that? Why you believe that's happening?
So first of all, we are not into the flex space. Let me clarify you. We are not co-working. We are not in an office mix. I mean, we directly work with the end user, the clients.
Mm.
But having said so, there is no denial that large corporates are looking for a flex office space and a managed office solution, and the number speaks itself. More than 22% of the absorption that was there last year contribute to flex office space or the managed office space solutions. So people are looking, and one of the reasons is that they want a one-stop solution. They don't want to, get into legality of getting into a commitment with either the landlord or with different stakeholders. Uh, and second thing is they also need the flexibility of probably scaling up, or in case the the time is not so good, so they have that flexibility to probably go away with the space they already have.
I understand that you are not in the flex workspace, but the advantage that you offer to the clients is exactly the fact that you could design things tailor-made for them, that you could understand their needs. So somehow you allow them to focus on the core and what they really need to do, and you take care of the rest when coming to the office. And the capex as well is something is better for them according to your business model. Is this correct?
That's true. That's true. That's true. So we are into a boutique service offering where each client's need is being given a tailored solution. And for that, you need to put a lot of efforts. You need to put a lot of personal time into it.
Mhm.
So we are not into mass scale. We are into very niche segment where each and every corner of a office need to be designed in a particular way, and it is different from every client.
Understand.
And
Okay.
that's how we are into, and that's our vision is.
Perfect. A final question. Let's talk about trends and about numbers, about your expectations about the future. When you look at everyone that's going on in the marketplace now, how much do you expect the market of your business to grow in the next 12 to 24 months?
And that's a very interesting question. So market dynamics is definitely changing. All right. Last year was a fantastic year. It was for entire real estate segment,
Mhm.
whether it's uh, the brokerage firm, whether it's for the developers, whether it's for the the uh, the business houses like us who was contributing
Mhm.
to cater their needs in terms of the DNB or anything, whether it's for the flex office service players. Uh, this year, though we are very bullish, but seeing the geopolitical scenario, seeing the change in government, particularly in America, seeing what is happening in other part of the world, uh, there is a little of skepticism that probably it might impact
Mhm.
Indian market as well for a short time,
Mhm.
probably. Uh, but as you know that we're keeping our finger crossed, we are still bullish about it.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
the recent trend is not showing that there is an impact in the Indian market. That's
But you're working,
say.
observing what's going on out there, managing investments according to the uncertainties of the world. It's a very uh, careful way to run a business. And I understand that India is not from a different planet. We are in the same planet, and everything that's happening is a lot of things going on in the world. When we speak to foreign investors, everybody's very cautious and waiting and trying to figure out how this whole Trump presidency,
Right.
the situation in Europe, even China, how this whole thing will impact the world. And I understand that. At the same time, what I noticed is that because of that and because of the way India has been handling these situations, somehow they see India and probably the Emirates as well as place for them to deploy capital when they are willing to deploy capital in markets that are promising. But I agree with you. I can see more and more of our investors being very mindful and waiting before, going for that.
That's right. That's right.
Good.
That's right.
Rajan, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you,
Lovely
Gustavo.
speaking
It's
to you.
nice talking to you.
which has happened mainly coming from
Good.